I'm hoping I can respectfully push back on a social media post from our library director, Jennifer McCormick, who reposted a New York Times article about book banning with the following comment. These challenges are happening everywhere, including Nashua and other New Hampshire communities. They are a threat to everyone's right to access information freely, couched in language meant to inspire fear. And the article portrays people who want age-appropriate books as right-wing Christian extremists. Book banning, the cries of book banning are a gimmick. The American Library Association loves book banning. And it's done through the book selection process. A criterion is that they're reviewed by a journal that's approved by the American Library Association. In other words, if a book doesn't share the values of the American Library Association, it's not going to get put on the shelf. If I said, we want to only get books that are approved by PragerU, you'd object right away. You would see that, and that's what we have going on. Second, young children aren't gay, straight, queer, trans. They're children. They're boys and girls. And the American Library Association is using local tax money to indoctrinate children with harmful information. That's what I've been speaking about before. My daughters played in the mud, climbed trees and mountains. They love science. They have jobs in engineering. They loved tinkering with machines. Now, according to the book I discussed before, Jack, Not Jackie, girls who did that and don't fit regressive stereotypes are boys, meaning they might need new names, pronouns, and to have their bodies corrected with chemicals and scalpels. I often hear from tomboys who say if they'd been around today and the atmosphere of what we're teaching, they would have been targeted by activists. Grandpa's Pride, which we've talked about, exposes children to men in bondage fetish outfits with cod pieces. Many hard-working gay people object to these portrayals, as well as having their movement used to justify the sexualization and harm of children. I'm happy to introduce you to some of them. And the illustration of the Lolita glasses next to a map with MAP in capital letters, which also happens to stand for minor, attracted person, those aren't there by accidents. Our book challenge process is rigged.
30 seconds?
Thank you. If you go to the ALA site, you'll find it next to tabs about fighting book bans. Guidelines instruct committees not to consider any one part, no matter how heinous, how offensive, and to consider the reviews that justified offering the book in the first place. So I'm asking you again to please consider parting ways with the American Library Association, if not take a bigger part in selecting the books and separating the book review process. So thank you for your time.
Thank you.